Mojestics. I'm trying something new. I think that might work. That feels a little more natural. I don't know. I just be trying to figure out like how to make what I say sound natural, right? So, anyways, so I'm coming to you today. I was just thinking about something like, when I started my spiritual or redefining what I consider spirituality to me and what I believe in. Um, I There's some on my screen. Sorry. I really didn't know a lot about it. Like, I knew about religion and Christianity and all different things like that, but I was really trying to figure out what works best for me. And so, when I started my journey last year, I was, learning new things and learning different things. And I was reading this one book that um, talked about pretty much the insurmountable opportunities there is for things to happen for you. So like they're like endless, infinite, like infiniteness, whatever you want to call it. Like it's like unlimited supply or opportunities for things to happen for you. And so, I knew that, but I guess I really didn't. In some instances, I saw that. In some instances, I didn't, right? So, just a couple of days ago, um, I kind of saw it full fledged and it kind of made sense to me, right? So, the other day, Tuesday, today Thursday. So Tuesday. On Tuesday, I was at the park by myself or whatever. I sometimes go to the park and just sit there and just, look at the trees and just sit, like just be chilling, right? So I was sitting there and so I was waiting, till it was time for me to go pick the boys up from school. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? It's kind of nice out here. Ain't too many kids in the park. Maybe I'll bring them, to the park. Like maybe we'll come around here and go to the park or whatever. Like maybe I'll go pick them up, go back and go to the park. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So I go pick the boys up from school and they was just all over the place. Like they was just all over the place, just doing the most. Like they didn't even want to leave out the school. And so I was just like, I don't think I just it's just maybe it's not the time. Like maybe we'll try this another day. And so I was like, yeah, I was gonna take you guys to the park today, but y'all just couldn't even get out the school. Y'all couldn't even make it out the school without like just being all over the place. So I was just like, forget it. I was like, maybe another day. And Karai was like, yeah, maybe another day. I was like, yeah, maybe so. And so we get home. My friend called me. It's like 5 o'clock. She called me and she like, it feel good outside. Don't you want to take the boys to the park? I was like, no, I don't. No, I really don't. And then she was like, okay, well, ask Karai. And I was just like, okay. So Karai had already took his shoes off. He was sitting down, chilling, watching TV. So I said, Karai, you want to go? I was like, Karai, Messiah Mama want to know if you want to go to the park. And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, what? Like, what? And she was like, what you expect? You thought he was going to say no? I was like, yeah, because he had already took his shoes off. He was chilling. Like, I thought he was going to say no. And she was like, I don't know why you thought that. So they ended up going to the park. And I told Cora, I said, this was inevitable. Like, you going to the park today, y'all going to the park today was supposed to happen regardless. Like, that showed me that there was insurmountable opportunities for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because my thought was, I'm not taking them. And then boom, she calls up and say, oh, do you want to take them to the park? So it was obviously meant for them to go to the park that day. So that showed me like it's so many opportunities. It's like when they say one door closes, another one opens. Like as soon as one door closes, another one can open for the same opportunity. Like so, say you apply for a job that you really, really want, and you didn't get it. And maybe it feels like, man, like that ain't meant for me to do or whatever. And then boom, another possibility opens up that allows you to be able to get that job, or somebody else that works in a department that worked there reaches out to you, like a different department for a different area of that job, you know what I'm saying, or that company or whatever. Like, you still end up in the place, it just wasn't through the first way that you thought it was going to be, you know what I'm saying. So like that just really showed, you know, like the trueness to that there are so many opportunities for things to happen that we really want to happen for us, or that needs to happen for us, you know. I'm gonna give another example. The same friend, uh, excuse me, her grandfather passed away like a month ago, and we had went to visit him one day, and on this particular day, he was sick, like he had a cold or something, or I think it was pneumonia, but he was like sick, like coughing and runny nose, all this type of stuff. And so she wasn't going to go inside because he was sick, and she didn't want to get sick. And so she like, I'm not gonna go in now. So she just called him on the phone, and I was like, okay. So they were talking or whatever, and then something happened in the phone hung up or whatever, or the call ended, and she was still thinking about it. She was like, I should just go inside. I was like, yeah, go ahead, like go inside, like do it. And she was like, no, I don't want to get sick. Like he coughing and stuff. He sounds sick. Like I don't want to get sick. And so then like 3, maybe 4 days later, she found out he passed away. Now by this time, when she found out he passed away, she coughing and sneezing and sick herself. She had got sick by being around somebody else. And I was like, wow. Like it was inevitable that she was going to get sick anyway. So regardless of who it was by, at that particular time of her life, she was going to get sick. Like it was going to happen anyway. And so she was just like she felt bad because she didn't go outside. And I was telling her, I was like, you shouldn't feel bad that you didn't go outside. Like, he was gonna get sick anyway. You didn't know that he was gonna pass away. Like, you didn't know that was gonna be, his last time or whatever. Like, but you was gonna get sick anyway. So like, that was meant for that to happen. Like, it was meant for you to be sick. Like, it was obviously meant for you to be sick because you got sick anyway. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it was just like certain things, like things like that, or things like the situation with the boys being able to go to the park still in that within that day. Like it just shows me that like so many things that I think um the door is being closed for, or that may never happen for me, is like it's showing me that it can still happen. It just may not be the way that I envisioned it the first time, or that I expected it the first time. But it doesn't mean that there aren't so many other possibilities of how it can happen. And so I just kind of wanted to just come on and talk about that a little bit, because I realized that, and I just um feel so excited to like see that, because sometimes, you get down because you thinking like you looking for something to really happen for you, and then you just thinking like it can't happen, or the way that you thought it was going to happen, it didn't work out that way. And so you become discouraged because you're thinking like, oh, it's not going to happen ever, or it's just not going to happen. And then boom, what they say, another window opens. No, they say door, but I'm saying window. um but another window opens, and there you go. Like, that opportunity for you to be able to do or get or have whatever it is that you want is still available. So I just wanted to come share that and just say that, like, don't close your mind out to possibilities or to something because that one possibility didn't work out, because there are so many, so many other ways that it can come to play. Boom. If you ain't seen Endgame, just remember this. I ain't gonna give you no spoiler alert, but Avengers Endgame. Remember, he said that there, and especially in the first one, he said that there are so many times that you lose, but there's one time that you win. So like it was so many different ways that they lost. Like it was so many different ways that they kept trying. And however Doctor Strange was able to see it, so many different ways was it that they lost. Like in so many, like it was millions of ways that he saw that they lost. But it was one way that he saw that they will win. And that, if that don't tell you right there, like that's in a movie, then in real life, like it just lets you know that that is so endless, like it's limitless. Like what you can get and what you can ask for is so limitless, and what you can receive, like if you actually like believe that it's able to do it. Like, yeah, 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 believe it is able to do it. So I know it's like, believe, girl, why? Like, I believe all the time it's still not happening. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, because it didn't happen that one time. Whatever. I wasn't trying to make this video 30 minutes long, because I know folks don't be trying to watch no 30-minute long video. Except for when you up late at night and you ain't got nothing else to do and you're trying to go to sleep. Then you can hear a soothing voice talking like this. I'm just like, so yeah, I just want to say that I'm still trying to work at the kinks of like how I'm going to address y'all and how I'm going to end it or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out what's natural. Like, just be natural. You know what I'm saying? Just be natural. Just act like I'm talking to one of the homies, chilling with the Okay, that was it. All right, I'm leaving now. Bye. See ya.